Hello friends, happy Thursday. I am here just with a very quick book chat. I have got two books that I want to talk to you about that I've finished this week. The first one is a prompt book and it is Growing Up Disabled in Australia. This is a lot of short stories or short writings, poetry. There's some graphic work, just little bits and pieces from people with disabilities all over Australia about their experiences growing up in Australia, feelings or thoughts or events that have happened. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it. There was quite a few sort of in particular, like I really like this one here about conductive education, because I did do a lot of conductive education early on with my son. And just a lot of it really spoke to me. There was a few really funny ones. There was also a few that just made you want to cry. It just shows a lot of strength and resilience, and there's just so much heart in this book. It was a really good one actually, because one of the big books I'm reading has made it very hard to get into anything else. But yes, I did really enjoy this one. It's a lovely one for just needing something little to read each day and, you know, just waiting for the kids to be ready for school, that sort of thing. You can quickly read a little bit. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. The next one was a library book that I had on hold and it came up, and it is The Book of Lost Names. It's a beautiful story. It was a really easy read. I read it really quickly. And yeah, it was just a beautiful story. Just about strength and love and just turmoil and grief, and yeah, it was lovely. So it's a story of a girl who does a lot of forgery. She forges documents to save Jews and people needing to escape to safety during World War II. Yeah, it was a lovely story. That one, I think I would give this one, would I give it 4 stars? Yes, I think I'd give that one 4 stars. I really enjoyed that one. And the other thing I've been working on is my War and Peace. Wowzers, this book. It is interesting. It's interesting. Okay, so here's the thing. I really love the peace parts. The war parts put me to sleep. The war parts are a struggle to read, and then you get to the peace parts and it's interesting again. I don't know if anyone else who has read this has found that, but that's just what I'm finding. I have got lots of little bookmarks here for all different reasons. Where am I up to at the moment? I'm almost finished. What have I got? Volume 2 starts here. So I've got probably another 28 pages till I get to book 2. Because it's split up into different books or volumes. So yeah, I'm still on book 1, but I'm only about 30 pages away from book 2. So yes, it's gonna be a mission. It's gonna be a mission. I highly doubt I'm gonna finish this in the month. I'll give it a fair crack, but yeah, it's taking its time. So I'm finding, actually, what I'm finding easier is I am listening to the audiobook while reading. So doing it simultaneously through the war parts to help me stay focused through the war parts, because the war parts are just boring. They're so hard to read. But the peace parts are really good and really interesting, and I really am liking the characters and getting to know the characters. So, and there's a lot of characters, holy moly, like there's a lot of characters. There's a few that are regular characters, and then I've noticed that there's quite a lot of just pop-in characters that occasionally resurface, but not very often. So I don't know how many characters are actually in this book, but like I feel like we've met a lot of people and I'm only maybe 20% of the way in. 20, I don't know, what do you reckon? Let's have a look. I would say, yeah, probably about 20%, not quite 25% of the way in. So yes, interesting. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually home from work today because it turns out everybody in my house is sick. And so I'm playing nurse for a lot of the day. Just need to be very cautious of Lachlan when he gets sick, because he does have very susceptible lungs to a lot of things. The last cold he had, he ended up in emergency and in the resus room. So just really need to watch him when he gets sick. But at the moment he's asleep and all is well. And so I am going to read a little bit of War and Peace and then see if he's ready for some more medicine and food. So I'm going to make this a short and sweet video because nurse duties take time and I'm going to be quite busy for the rest of the day. So I've knocked over 2 of my challenge books now, and I'm going to keep plugging away at War and Peace, and I will see what other books I get to over this next week. But otherwise I will see you next week for another bookish chat. I hope you all stay well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.